Hello my dear friends, how are you? Hope you're doing all well. We are going to start a new chapter here today. That's class 10 chapter 14, statistics. So it's not a very new chapter for all of us. We have done this this basic concepts of statistics in class 8, 9 standard also. We are going to do a little bit more again in class 10. So basically it's not a very difficult chapter, okay? So it's an easy chapter. It's not a very difficult chapter. Of course, yes, it will require your practice. Definitely, it will be requiring your practice. And yeah, a lot of calculations will be there. So I hope you're ready for calculations. So it's a very easy chapter. So let's do this chapter together. And yeah, it's going to be very handy for your exams also, because as per our Darwin Board of School Education, 5 solid marks will always be there, plus another 3 marks will be there. So it's a very handy chapter, an easy chapter. All it requires is a little bit of your patience, plus yes, hard work, practice, and calculation. So I hope you're not afraid of calculations. You should not be. Yes, definitely I will be giving you many tips and many tricks to solve do all these calculations in a very easy way also. So just keep on watching the videos. Definitely, as we keep on solving the problems, I will be definitely giving you many small tips and tricks to remember the formulas to make your calculations much easy. Okay, so let's move up. Let's move without wasting much time. Let's go straight to the topic, that is statistics. So as per the definition, technically we always have to start. So definition, like, of course, there's just not one definition. This is just one of those definitions. There are plenty of definitions. Everybody will term it in a different way. So, but basically, like, if we just condense it, statistics is nothing but it is a study of collection, analysis, interpretation, and organization of data. Once again, statistics is nothing but the study of collection, analysis, interpretation, and organization of data, to put it in a very simple words, I mean. Now, data means like informations that we usually collect from a population. That population can be like a classroom, a certain section of the society, a country, a district, a state. So from where we get the informations, like for example, maybe from a classroom, the height of the students of that particular classroom, from a population, maybe the number of families, a number of the number of members living in a particular family of a particular section of a society, district, state, or the age, and so on, and many more, the weight, height, many more, education qualification also. So with the help of those data, what we do is we collect the data, we analyze that data, and actually statistics helps us in interpret that particular data. It gives us an idea of that particular population, like for example average, just like during your exams also, like you have 5-6 subjects, you have 5-6 subjects. So when people ask you the average, that gives them an idea of the standard of that particular student and all, especially here in our country. So like that. Of course, it's a very huge topic, but forget about all those details. We'll do slowly. It's actually also a very special process by which we condense and we analyze a very big data. Now, statistics, of course, in modern day world, it's one of the most popular topics. Okay, it's used in engineering, it's used in medical science, it's used in agriculture, it's used in especially by big marketing companies and so on. All right, so that's what statistics is all about. Now, let's get straight to the point. Go to statistics. That is this data. Generally, there are 2 types of data that we have. One is called the ungrouped data, G-R-O-U-B-E-D, ungrouped data. Okay, data. So data is generally made up of is classified into 2 groups, and the other one is ungrouped data, the other one is grouped data. So up to class 8, 9, and all, we were mostly dealing with ungrouped data only. These are basically like raw data. So here in class 10, we will be studying about learning how to find out different measures, which we will be getting to it very soon, for grouped data. So generally ungrouped data, we use it when the population is like very small, like a population of a classroom. So where I can just ask the individual marks of each and every student, individual height of each and every student. There, yeah, we can just give the data in the ungrouped form. But when the population becomes very big, like the population of a town or a district, Then of course we have to group the population into certain categories, because the population becomes too large. I cannot give you a detailed information about each and every individual of the particular population. So that's where we go for this grouped data. So in simple words, ungrouped data basically we use when the population is small, and grouped data we use when the population is very big. In class 10, we are going to be learning how to solve, interpret, analyze the data related to grouped data. What are these data? What are these information that we are going to talk about? In class 10, we are just going to talk about mean, median, and mode. In class up to class 9 also we were dealing with this, mean, median, and mode. Of course, there were some graphical representations like bar graph, histogram, frequency, polygons. In class 10, we are going to do, yes, mean, median, mode, and of course we have the cumulative frequency curve also. So that, of course, that's the graphical representation. So let's not talk about that. We'll talk about that later on only. So here our main focus will be on mean, median, and mode. Up to class 9 or in class 9, we have done how to calculate the mean, median, and mode for ungrouped data. Now in class 10, what we are going to do is we are going to learn how to calculate the mean, median, and mode for grouped data. That will be the only difference. Alright, now let's do a quick recap of, but anyway, before I forget, this mean, median, mode, these actually are also known as measures of central tendency. I believe that you have your pen, book, paper ready with you, and then noting all the informations down. So actually there are some more also, but these are one of the most commonly used measures of central tendency. Then we have measures of skewness, measures of skewed kurtosis, which you will learn in the higher classes. Alright, so mean, median, and mode, generally known as measures of central tendency. Now let's do a quick recap of what we meant by mean, median, and mode. A quick revision. Now for example, for ungrouped data only, so let's say for example we have a set of data like 2, I'll just write it here, 2, 3, 3, 3, 5, 2, 3, 3, 5, let's say 5, 7, 5 also, 7, 5. So let's say these are the marks of students scored in a particular test out of 10 marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So marks of 7 students. Or maybe mark of just one particular student in 7 different subjects. So what would be like his average, mean? How do we do that? For average, which we generally denote by x bar, we write x bar is what? Total of all the observations. This is for raw data, ungrouped data. Now we add 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 5 divided by the number of observations. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 divided by 7, which we also denote by small n. Okay, small n actually denotes number of observations. So that will be like how much? 10, 17, 20, 23, 26, 28. So that's like 28 divided by 7. So the mean would be 4. So like the average would be 4. So that means from here I can get an idea that the marks of that particular student is around about 4 in all the subjects. So it's not very far away, isn't it? Similarly, what was median? Median was actually what? So here mean actually represents average. In other words, median actually would represent middle value. So how do we proceed for middle value? First we arrange the given data in the ascending order, 2, 3, 3, ascending or descending order, doesn't matter, 5. So how many observations do we have here? Here n is 7. So if you remember, generally middle. So for odd numbers it's very simple because this is a middle value. So we can easily predict also. Otherwise, formula wise, it's like n plus 1 divided by 2 item. So that's like 7 plus 1 divided by 2, that is 8 by 2, that is fourth item. So what is the fourth item here? First, second, third, fourth. So the fourth item is 3. So exactly so that gives us the middle value. That gives us the middle value. If the number of observations were like even, then if you remember it was like n by 2 item plus n by 2 plus 1 item, its average divided by 2. That's how we used to find out the middle value, right? So median generally represents middle value. Mode actually represents like what was the value I rubbed it off? 2, 3, 3, 3, 5, 7, 5. So mode actually represents, you know, the highest HIGHEST, highest occurrence, OCCURENCE, or like the value which happens the maximum number of times. That's basically called as like the mode, something that is happening a majority of times. So you will see here that that particular student, he has actually scored, he or she, we do not know, has scored like 3 in most of the papers. So the mode here is 3 because 3 has happened at like the maximum number of times. So that's why chalo we say it's 3. Okay, all right. Oh yeah, chalo. So that was like mean, median, mode up to class 9 for ungrouped data. Now what we are going to do is, as you already know, as I've already told you, that we are going to be calculating mean, median and mode for grouped data. Let's start with mean. So let's start with mean for grouped data. GROUBEPED, grouped data. You will be learning 3 methods here in class 10 to find out the mean for grouped data. First one is direct method, DIRECT, direct method. This can be used even for ungrouped data also. Actually, any method can be used anywhere. It's just for our convenience, which one would be easier, something like that only. Second method is known as assumed, ASSUMED, assumed mean method. This is also known as the shortcut method, but I prefer last one as a shortcut one. But anyway, that's the name that is given by people, so we cannot change that. The other one is step deviation method. Step deviation method. Of course, compared to direct method, this is much more shorter, so maybe that's why they named this as shortcut method. But this is much easier. Okay, step deviation method. Alright, so these are the 3 methods that you will be learning in class 10 to calculate the mean. Got it? When do I use? Sir, when do I use these methods? How do I know? Yeah, either it will be given to you in the question, or the question will just tell you, use an appropriate method. So like, how do we use? How do we know when to use what method? See, direct method generally is used when like our population is not very big, like maybe a classroom. So it's not very big, isn't it? So yeah, we can use direct method. Assumed mean method we will generally use when the population is like slightly bigger, maybe when the population is about population of a town. I'm just giving examples only. When the population is slightly bigger, that time, yes, we will use the assumed mean method. And step deviation method generally we use when the population is very big. That's the time when we use the step deviation method. So it's like a medium, I mean like a, you know, like a, not a very big population, a medium population, a big population. That's when we use. But as I say, you can use any one of the methods anywhere. If the textbook doesn't, if the question doesn't tell you which method to use, then you can use any of the methods. Alright, but if the question says use an appropriate method, or like use that particular method, then yes, we'll have to do by that method only. But if the question doesn't say, if the question just say calculate the mean, my dear son and daughter, so in that case, you use any one of the methods. Alright, but as I say again, big population, medium population, chalega population, like not big, not small, okay population. Alright, so like something like a classroom, town, district. So let's start with the direct mean method. Direct method. Okay, one by one we will be learning. So today we will learn quickly, very quickly we will be learning the direct method. So the direct method, of course, formula you can write down, that is mean is equal to summation of fi into xi divided by summation of fi. See, the summation of fi, now always be noted, don't confuse, okay? Summation of fi can also be written as capital N. Small n represents the number of observations in statistics. Capital N generally represents the total of the frequencies. Summation, I hope you know the meaning, no? Total of the total. Summation generally represents total. I actually represents like, actually I going from 1 to n if you want to be in like very much in detail. So I actually going from 1 to n. So here also I going from 1 to n. Now we can ignore all these small things, but right from the beginning, let me just give you perfect later on. Don't worry, we're going to remove all that. So I actually represents the number of observations, like fi means f1 plus summation. So f1 plus f2 plus f3 plus f4 and so on. This one f1 into x1, f2 into x2, f3 into x3, f4 into x4, all summation. And that's what this addition means. I means that only. So and that will be given to us as per the table, how many observations that we have. Alright, so I'm going to wrap it off. Alright then, so let's start with the first question, that is exercise 14.1, very quickly. Exercise 14.1, question number 1, that's like second set, question number B1. Our textbook is slightly different, so forget about the other questions. Like a survey was conducted by a group of students in which a collector find the mean. That's the main question here. Find the mean number of plants per house. So number of plants, actually that is a class interval. Number of plants, so it's like 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 14, I guess you can see. Let me write it in proper space, like class interval 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8. You can do along with me, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 14. Huh? Alright, this is the class interval. We will need the class mark. Class mark actually means the middle value. Okay, class mark. Class mark, which is actually denoted by X. That's actually like also known as, in other words, we can just assume it to be the middle value of the class interval. How do we calculate that? It's very easy. For every class mark, this is like, as I say again, class mark. Okay, so class mark, how do we calculate? That will be like upper limit plus lower limit of that class divided by 2. So 2 by 2, that's 1. Or in other words, it's like the middle value only. So most of the times we can just assume which one is the middle value. No need to like every time calculate also. But there are many ways to do it quickly. Nah? I'll do one more. Next, 2 plus 4 and divided by 2. That is 6 divided by 2. That's 3. So like that we will be calculating the class mark or the middle value. That's the first way of doing it. Second way of doing it is, see to it that the class is continuous. Continuous means it runs along 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10. It is continuous and it is uniform also. Like class width is like 2 to each, not 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So everything is fine here. So in that case, once you calculate for the first or the second values, next you can just write down without calculating also. If either you can guess, no, but we can just assume also, or we can just follow this. What I mean is, listen. 1, 3. See, class width is 2 to each, isn't it? Class width is 2 to each. So middle value you can just go on increasing by 2. So 3. Next is 4, 5. Next is 7, 9, 11, 13. That way also you can do very easily. But of course, as I say, you have to check before that. You have to check whether the class interval is continuous or not. It is here. Class width is same, yes it is 2, 2, 2, 2 each. That's why after calculating the first one, next onwards we can just go on increasing by 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 each. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Next is the frequency that is given to us. 1, 2, 1, 5, 6, 2, 3. Of course, yes, we are going to need one more table. That's f into x. Alright, that's f into x. So find out the product. Total of frequency also you can calculate. Total of frequency is only how much? 2, 3, 4, 9, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Total of frequency is 20. Now f into x. 1 into 1 is 1, 3 2s are 6, 5 1s are 5, 7 5s are 35. 9 6 are 54, 11 2s are 22, 13 3s are 39. Let's add them up now, summation total. So it's going to be 9, 10, 11, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, 32. 3 left, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 162. That's it. So mean, that is x bar is total of f into x divided by total of the frequency, that is 162 divided by 20. So 2, 10, 2, 81, 10 and 81 I can just, okay, I'll just write 81 divided by 10, that is like 8.1, no need to divide also. So that is the mean of the first question, 8.1. Alright, of course, after that the question is saying like, which method did you use? Our answer is we use the direct method here. Why? Because the population is small, no cute one, small, 2 only. So the population is small, total population also 0 to 14 only. So that's why I use the direct method, simple as that. Alright. So this is how you will be doing, using the direct method. Alright, I'm going to wrap it off now. You can pause the video if you have not written. Chalo. So that's how you will be using the direct method. Okay. So I'm going to leave question number 2 for you. You can give it a try. You can just use a direct method because they are not telling you to use any method. Just use an appropriate method. So here also the population is not very big, it's 20 each only, so you can use direct method also, no problem with that. I'll do number 3 for you. This will be the last question for today. Where does this come from? So yeah, question number 3, let's do. The following distribution shows the daily pocket allowance of the children of a locality. The mean is already given, my dear students, it's already 18. Find the missing frequency, F, chalo. So class interval, let's write down 11 to 13, 13 to 15, 15 to 17, 17 to 19, 19 to 21, 21 to 23, 23 to 25. So I'll use the direct method only. Of course, I'm not supposed to calculate the mean here. Okay, mean is already given, but I'm expected to calculate something. What is that something? We'll get to know very soon. So in the meantime, you can calculate the class mark. I mean the middle value. I guess you can guess also, or before that, what you can do is you see. Check class interval, I mean this table group continuous or not, continuous, 11 to 13, 13, 15, 15, 17, continuous. Is it uniform? 11 to 13, 11, 12, 11, 12, 13 is here only, nah? So 11, 12, 13, 14, 2 each, so everything is fine, no problem. Middle value, if you wish you can calculate, I'll show you one more again, next time one more, so I'll be doing directly. So 11 plus 13, 3, 1, 24 divided by 2. Or we can guess also, 11 and between 11 and 13, what is the middle value? It's 12, simple as that, 12. So it goes to 2 each and it is continuous and it is of continuous distribution. So 2 each, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Not a problem there. Frequency, 7, 6, 9, 13, aha, F. That's what we are supposed to calculate, missing frequency. Anyway, let us just assume, let's just continue with this. Find out the product, 17 into 12, 84. This one, 6 4 is 24, again 84. This one, 9 6 are 54, 5 left, 144. This one, 18 into 13, calculate quickly, 18 into 13. How much will be 18 into 13? Let me just calculate, 234. This one, 20 into F, that's going to be 20 times of F. 110, 4 4 is 16, 1 left, 4 is 8, plus 1, 9, 96. Alright, now let's add them up. But you see, F you cannot add. with the numbers, isn't it? Because f is not a number yet, it's just a letter missing value that we have to find out. So f, I'll just write here, okay? I'll need some more space. So like plus f in advance you can write down, otherwise you'll mix it up again. We are adding, we're not multiplying. Here also this 20f, let's write in advance 20f so that I do not confuse. Because these values we cannot add with the other normal numbers, no? That's why you have to be careful with the calculation. Next you add. So 7 plus 6, 13, 13, 26, 35, 40, 44. So it's 44 plus f. This one please add 84 plus 84. Let me add here 84 plus 84 plus 144 plus 234 plus 110 plus 96. It's 752. So that's what we have so far. We are here stuck with the value of f because that's what we are supposed to calculate here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's fine, correct. Okay, alright. Now, given, what are we supposed to calculate here? Not mean. F, the missing frequency. Mean is already given because given mean x bar is given. How much was that mean given to us? 18. Now how did we calculate the mean? What was the formula? If we were using direct method, it was summation of f into x divided by summation of f equal to 18. I'm not writing that I, y's and all, okay? It's alright, no problem. So this summation is 752 plus 20f divided by total of frequency was 44 plus f is equal to 18. Now our job is to calculate this. I'll be rubbing this table now because all the values already written. So our job is now to calculate this and find the missing value of f. Chalo. 752 plus 20f is equal to, okay, I'll just write 18 into 44 plus f. So 752 plus 20f is equal to, now 18 into 44, how much is that? 18 into 44, 792 plus 18f. Now 20f minus this one, I'm bringing it on this side, minus 18. 792, this I'm taking to the left, to the right, 752. So this is 2f is equal to 52, 62, 72, 82, 92, 40. So f will be 40 divided by 2, that is 20. That means our missing frequency was how much? 20. Our missing frequency was 20. Alright, so yeah. That's how you'll be using the direct method. So it's a very simple method, direct method. So it's not very complicated, but yes, calculation. I already told you right from the beginning, calculation, you have to be ready for it. Okay, so calculation to must banta hai. Alright, so that's it for today, my dear students. Tomorrow, the next session, we will do the next method, that's assumed mean method or shortcut method. Alright, so please practice this. I'll be coming very soon again with the other method. Alright. Till then, stay safe, take care my dear students. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.